Lo and behold, President Trump is smart like a fox. Maybe he's smart like 100 foxes, but he's also a fox. Okay. He has succeeded in beating the world back. 75 countries have come forward wanting to remove their tariffs and tariff barriers. He has painted China into a corner. He's really brutally hit them with 125% tariffs. They deserve it, not just with regard to their trading practices, but with the fact that they supply fentanyl to our country, which have killed millions of people. President Trump has succeeded. And we at Freedom Watch have President Trump's back. We have his back, not just in terms of rhetoric, but in terms of action. There are now nearly 200 lawsuits that were filed by the left, George Soros funded and other funded from the left organizations, to block his executive orders. We are intervening in many of them. Pam Bondi can't handle them as Attorney General. I mean, she's inundated. And her staff is not even loyal. She had to fire a lawyer the other day, sent him to Siberia because you can't fire anyone out of the federal government, believe it or not, if it's a Schedule C employee. But he wouldn't take the position of the Trump administration when asked by a judge. And this is the reason for being for Freedom Watch. Because we, with our Justice League, are your private Justice Department. We're complementary to the Trump Justice Department. Of course, I'm an alumnus of the Justice Department. I helped break up AT&T. I know how it works. Over 95% of the lawyers over there are Democrat and leftist. They want to destroy Trump. So Pam Bondi can do as much as she possibly can do, and she's doing a good job, the Attorney General. I know her well. But we need to support Trump, and we need to be an alternative, a complementary Justice Department, along with our Department of Judicial and Legal Accountability, which is a kind of like Doge. It's the other side of doing things to reform the legal system, because our legal system is corrupt on the federal level, top to bottom. We've seen that. Many of Trump's executive orders have been enjoined, and we were working on that. And we're holding citizens' grand juries to hold these judges who violated their oath of office accountable. They're going to be tried. We're going to seek convictions. We're going to seek to sentence them, and we'll seek peacefully and legally to have them carried out. We need to set an example, because the Republicans won't do it. They come up with these phony ideas that trick the American people, the rhinos. People like Jim Jordan, House Judiciary Committee. Oh, we're going to have legislation to solve all of this. Well, it would never get through the Senate. You need 60 votes. That's taking the monkey off their back. They won't even impeach judges. Probably they're afraid that someday they'll have a case that involves them in front of one of these judges. And judges won't police themselves, the federal judges. When you complain about them to judicial councils, the complaint goes to other judges in the same courthouse that gets thrown into the trash. I believe in the legal system. I believe in an honest legal system. That's why I started Judicial Watch back in 1994. It's why I currently run Freedom Watch, which does what Judicial Watch used to do in main part. Hard-hitting cases, citizens' grand juries. That's what we are doing. We are your Justice Department, in addition to the Trump Justice Department. So support both of us and go to freedomwatchusa.org. There's strength in numbers. As Benjamin Franklin said, either we all hang together or separately we will hang. And clearly, the left wants, frankly, they want us gone. They want us removed. We've seen they've tried to assassinate Trump twice. I believe it was an inside job in the Biden administration. I really do, either through action or inaction by not giving him adequate security. Probably going to happen again, God forbid. We pray it will not happen again. But we need to protect our president. He's a valuable commodity and a valuable person. And with the grace of God, we will succeed. And we can see that he's succeeding with the tariffs. Already today, the stock market is up. And China has been dealt a serious blow. And I'll tell you why that's important too. It's not just that they've been dealt a blow economically, because they sell much more to the United States than we sell to them. But it is a warning across the bow that we will confront you at every step of the way. We will check you. We are not afraid. We are not afraid of you. Currently, even militarily, we're still more powerful than China, but that's not going to be the case in a decade. They'll be more powerful than we are in all likelihood. Their technology, in some respects, is even more advanced than ours today with regard to hypersonic weapons and things like that. So if we're going to fight the war with China, let's try to avoid a hot war and keep it a cold war. But if the other has to come, now's the time to do it because their strength will only grow. You know, Chinese American people are very loyal to this country, but the leadership in Beijing of the Chicoms, they are evil. They even harvest hearts of human beings. If you need a heart and you need one quickly, people are going to China because they just simply kill people and take the heart out and sell it. That's who these people are in the Chinese government. They're evil. They're almost as evil as the American left. I guess they're probably about the same. And in fact, many of them, the American left, are communists that are sympathetic to the communist Chinese, and for that matter, communists that still exist in Russia and elsewhere, and Cuba and Venezuela. We are in a war. We are up against the left, and China's part of it. And they finance, most likely, a lot of these violent demonstrations in this country. They're very, very smart, but they're also evil, the Chinese government. So we need to rise up, but don't discriminate against Chinese Americans. They're with us, they're Americans. And we need to make sure that we protect them as well. But as far as the government is concerned, Trump dealt them a huge blow. And now they know we are not afraid. That's my message for today. We at Freedom Watch are not afraid. We'll do what it takes to get the job done, to restore this country to greatness. And we are President Trump's hamburger helper, in effect. We're there for him, and we're to make sure he succeeds. So go to freedomwatchusa.org, contribute to our cause with tax-deductible contributions. We need your help. We were hurt by the fundraising of the Rhino Republicans during the political campaign. Now we need to rise up. We need more lawyers. We need more paralegals. We need more office space. We need to file more cases. We need to bring more citizens' grand juries. We need you. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless America. Remember, God will only help us if we help ourselves. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Thank you for listening to me.